Okay, Manosphere Defender here, and we finna defend the Manosphere. We finna defend Kevin Samuels. And today we got Tanya TKO. Tanya TKO over here talking crazy. But what we finna do is I'm finna break down this video and show y'all how just overly dramatic some of these haters are. Because I did the average and best breakdown. So now I'm gonna break down this woman and how she's trying to spin this whole average at best video to make it seem like Kevin's just horrible. And this is how they overreact, and this is how they take in information. And the cognitive dissonance in here is just ridiculous. But just peep the masculinity of this woman, and just peep her. Like, just look at her. Like, does she look very feminine? Like, look at the cut, like, and when you hear her start talking, you're gonna see very fast, like, yeah, she's a hater, she's masculine, and this is the exact women Kevin be talking about, and that's why she's so offended. But let's get it started.
This to me on every platform multiple times, so you all are really interested in my point of view. I have not watched this, so we're going to be watching this live right now together. If you have not heard of this person, good. Look, before we jump into the video, look, I don't know why we make certain people famous with our clicks. Remember, as content creators, we get paid and incentivized by people watching. And so if you don't watch, if you click out from toxic content, you don't continue to make these people famous. You can also...
What do you think your content is? And we don't want to click on, we shouldn't be clicking on toxic content, bro. That's all you do is make toxic content. You don't even know what you be talking about.
Flag certain videos for bullying, harassment, gender discrimination, all types of things you can flag videos for, so that people are not profiting off of toxicity. That's what the end of it. It's like there's so many people who have become famous off the backs of black women going viral from attacking, insulting, degrading.
Off the backs of black women. Who got famous off the backs of black women degrading them? Nobody. Kevin was self-made off telling the truth, not degrading people. Stupid.
Berating us. And this video is a man who says that this woman is quote unquote average, so the best that she can hope to do is die alone. It's a lot of foolishness. It's a lot of foolishness.
No. See, there you go, trying to just take his word. I hate when they do this. Just take his words and just create their own narrative. She just sat here and said that, oh, an average woman deserves to die alone. No. That average woman deserve to die alone because she could not understand the concept of your average, so you might want to get with an average guy. Oh, since you don't want an average guy, okay, well, then you're going to die alone. Because if you don't want an average guy who matches you, you don't want to get a guy beneath you, and the guys who are above you, you don't qualify for because, one, you don't know what they want, and what they want is not what you're categorized as. So what is the issue here? You see how she just tried to make it seem like, oh, yeah, he told this woman she's average and she's going to die alone because she's average. No, that's not why he told her she's going to die alone. She's going to die alone because of the attitude that she has, not because she's average. Average women get married and be in relationships all the time. That ain't the point. The point is she don't want to be with somebody that's on her level that she should be with.
I started trying to watch this last night and I couldn't. It was just too...
Yeah, look, I tried to watch it, but I just couldn't. They always say that. Like, oh, I listened to it, but then I cut it off because it was just so hurtful. How can you sit up here and even make a full, logical response to something if you haven't viewed it in its entirety? These women are so ridiculous with that. Like, I'm just going to look at something or look at a sound bite or look at a short clip of something and just give you my brief synopsis of the whole situation just off of a clip or a couple of seconds of watching because I don't want to see... See, that's the thing. They be so scared of the truth that I don't want to hear it. It's just too much. Just turn it off. Turn them down. Turn them off.
Too toxic. I turned it off, but you all want to see this. So let's add this thing here. Let's listen to what he has to say. We're going to watch the whole thing together.
Look at it. Oh, doing the most already. Already, the video ain't even started. She's sighing and just doing the most. Like, what? Look at this. What is this on her head? Like, what are you putting in your hair to get it to slick down like that? Why aren't you letting your stuff grow? Like, what are you doing?
And if there's anybody who's watching this after the fact, just place the minute-second timestamp of the video so that anybody who does not want to hear his dribble or has heard it before can just scrub through and get to it.
I honestly want a six-figure guy, is what I'm realizing.
Okay, ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like, listen, you ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule.
Okay, first of all, How do you start the video in the middle of the video? This isn't even the beginning of the video. You didn't even start the video from when she called in being disrespectful, trying to talk on a day that he's not even talking about the subject that she's trying to talk about. You didn't even show her the woman being disrespectful. You didn't even show the majority of the beginning of the video. You can't just pop in the middle. This is where context comes into play. You have to view the video in all of its context. You can't just view it out of context and think that you're going to have a view of the whole situation. This woman started this video in the middle of the video and is going to react to it instead of starting it from the beginning.
And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father.
Okay, what's wrong with him saying that? She doesn't. That's a factual statement. She don't. She already admitted it, but if you would have actually played the video from the beginning, you would know she already said she doesn't know what no wealthy men. So why are you looking stupid? Stupid?
Look, they're not related to you. That means you don't know these men. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what that.
This is as far as I made it in 36 seconds. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I'm 36 seconds in and the truth, it hurts already. You didn't even play the video from the beginning, you crazy woman. Are you stupid? She already admitted that she don't know nobody who's rich. So what are you talking about?
You don't know any of these men? It's like, why is he acting like six figures is some Loch Ness monster? So six figures is so goddamn easy nowadays. Excuse my language, so easy. Go to these.
No, it's not. No, it's not so goddamn easy. What are you talking about? It's like 10% of men in this country make over six figures. What are you talking about? It's not just easy and just common. Are you... Bro.
See, every black man out there is making six figures. Come on.
Every black man is out there making six figures. We're all getting six figures, man. We're all good. We all good out here, y'all. We all good. We all Gucci. We all got it. According to her.
It's like, what is he? I'm sorry, I'm going to get my commentary after. I just have to get my notepad. All right, go ahead. Let's go.
They want. But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want.
What you taking notes for? You don't even want to watch the video. Tell me I'm going to take notes. I'm going to take notes.
Mid-30-year-old baby mamas.
Who wants to be a baby?
Polite, man, but they don't want them.
I'm sorry, why are you all doing this to me? Ah! I'm sorry, I was going to play this. Ah! You don't know.
Just look how overreactive she is and just slow. First of all, she started the video. I can't get over the fact that she started the video at the middle of the video with no context of the conversation previously, and now she's just going nuts because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
Know any.
She doesn't.
Don't know
she
any. They don't want 30-year-old baby mamas.
They don't.
Ah, we keep talking. Oh God, who made him? Who made him?
Yeah, keep taking notes. Learn. Keep taking them notes, honey. Learn.
The spokesperson for six-figure men. There's just so many different types of men.
Well, let's see. What makes Kevin Samuels the spokesperson for six-figure men? Let's just say he spoke with six-figure men on a daily basis for years, really. For years he's spoken to high-value, quote-unquote, men. So what are you talking about? What makes him the spokesperson? Somebody who has experience speaking to men and interviewing men and knowing what men want and don't want that are at that level? I think he would be the great spokesperson for those men, considering he talks to so many of them.
Oh dear God, I'm sorry. This is just, why are you all doing this to me? I'm sorry, this is just so frustrating. It's like I don't like stuff like this inside of my being, inside of my psyche, inside of my mental, whatever you call this.
I don't like the truth in my mental.
30-year-old baby mama. Who wants to be a baby mama? We're talking about getting married. We're talking about settling down. Why is that?
Nobody said that she wanted to be a baby mama. She is a baby mama. See, you didn't even watch the video, so everything that you're talking about is just, it does not apply.
I hope she is. And if he's talking about she specifically doesn't know any, how does he know what it is that she has access to? She's just one doggone.
How does he know? Because she told him. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't start the video from the beginning, you dummy.
Expo or trade show ticket away from being in a room full of six-figure men. What is he talking about? I'm sorry, let's just go forward. I'm going to try not to stop this. Let's go forward.
Did you hear what I said?
I don't know what this woman's talking about.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
I just tell it.
Go ahead.
Why is she looking for validation from this man?
I feel like I get what you're saying.
She's not looking for validation. She called in for advice on a day that he wasn't even giving advice, but you wouldn't know that because why? He started the video in the middle. Validation. It's called advice. When you go to ask your father for advice, do you say, "Oh, I'm looking for his validation"? No, you're looking for his advice.
Options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick.
Oh God.
That's another.
What? Oh God! First of all, you just made a face that you literally just made the face that said, "Oh no, she's tweaking. That's not true." You just made the "Oh, that's not true" face. But as soon as he called her out on the bullshit, oh my gosh. So we're not allowed to call women out on their bullshit, right? That's why you're offended. Because everybody who just heard her say that looked side-eye like, that's not true. What is she talking about? Everybody who just heard her say that looked like, no. Even you just gave that look. But as soon as he called her out on it, now it's, oh my gosh. He called her out about it. Why did he do that? Look at the face she made after she made the statement.
20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Look, she's like, look at this face. That's the face of, girl, you tripping. That's not true. Even you just reacted to how stupid that statement was she just made. But as soon as Kevin checks this woman about it, now it's a problem. Oh, because he has no right to check her. She could just say she could say whatever she wants because she's a black woman. And we can't be held accountable for nothing. How dare he check her?
Bullshit. I'm 51.
Look, now she rolls her eyes because he called her out on her bullshit.
Off with a stick.
Oh God.
That's another one you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men.
Just so over dramatic.
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay, right there. Oh, look, even the reaction on her face, like, oh my gosh, she just gave herself a 5 or a 6. Yeah, look at you, shocked. What's so funny is she's never watched this video in the entirety from start to finish. She's never watched the average at best video from start to finish. It's funny because this is her first time reacting to this, her saying that. And it's sad. It's so sad, man. It's so sad that you can judge somebody and say that you've seen their content, but you didn't. You're a liar. This woman's a liar. Just her reaction right here shows that she didn't even watch this video before. How are you shocked by her giving herself a 5 or a 6? Yes, she herself gave herself an average rating. So everything that you're going to say from this point on is invalid because she admitted it herself.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my gosh, she admitted that she's a 5 or a 6. Oh, everything that I've been saying is just, I'm wrong, but I'll never admit it.
High 5.
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay, so that makes you...
She is so shocked that this woman gave herself an average rating. She didn't even know that this woman rated herself average. This is sad.
If you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average-looking women tend not to get high-earning men. They tend to get average men.
Well, is that a false statement, man? That's why you rolling your eyes and looking away because you know it's true. Because you know if you didn't agree with that, you would stop the video instantly. Like, no. But you agree with it. But you want to roll your eyes rather than being like, yeah, that's true. That's crazy. That's crazy. You rather roll your eyes in disgust when you know it's the truth.
So,
Did you, stop right there. Stop right there.
Okay, I'll stop right there.
Yeah, stop him. What you got to say about it? What you got to say about it?
Oh God.
Come on.
People are sitting here listening to this grandpa, looking for his validation.
They're not looking for validation, man. They're looking for his advice because he's an experienced person in this field. Why do you think he has millions of subscribers? Why do you think women keep calling in? Because they know what he's saying is true. They're not looking for validation. They are looking for guidance and advice. That's what you do. You go to older people who are more experienced to you and you learn from them. Something you and a lot of women and a lot of people in general don't do.
They're calling herself a 5 and a 6. He's talking about he can't beat off 20-year-old women or 20-year-old girls. What the?
Hold on, wait. Listen.
People are sitting here listening to this grandpa, looking for his validation. She's sitting up there calling herself a 5 and a 6. He's talking about he can't beat off 20.
What the? That's what she's. How you gonna make it? Look, how you gonna try to judge her for her own judgment of herself? What would you give her then? What would you give her if she gave herself a 5 or a 6, ma'am? She's gonna sit there and say that she looks average when she really does? She's gonna actually sit there and tell the truth about herself?
20-year-old women or 20-year-old girls. What the? Listen, is this dude married? Where is his successful loving relationship? He considers himself. Does he consider himself a high value male? I mean, we hear his mush mouth. We hear that. Oh, yes, I said it. He has a mush mouth. His words are all garbled.
What?
Come on.
What? His words are very clear and direct. The last thing you can say about Kevin Samuels is that he's a mushmouth and he just talks like that's the last thing. This woman is crazy.
Come on, let's go together. Let's continue.
She just said a whole bunch of nothing.
There.
You're just mad because he just told the truth and she told the truth about herself. There was literally nothing you could say about what just transpired right there.
Right there, breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
6 figures? That's the about baseline.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Wow, really?
Really what?
I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking
Oh,
it.
this
You're
child. She says, I really just want some advice. I love your show. This is not self-love right here.
She wants his advice, but he's giving her advice and she doesn't want to take his advice. And you're mad because she doesn't want to take his advice? Because she doesn't want to take his advice? What are you talking about right now? She said, yeah, I love your show. I just want to take your advice. So what she said? Her actions are different. See, this is the thing. A lot of people like to talk, but their actions don't equal what they're saying. Oh, I love your show. I just want your advice. But yet he's giving you advice and you're not taking it.
This is not self-love. When you love yourself, you participate in activities that are nutritive, that hydrate you.
So her trying to better herself as a woman, coming to an experienced man who knows what he's talking about, isn't self-love? She obviously loves herself enough to try to go ask somebody how does she better herself. At least she tried. Even though she was disrespectful, at least she tried. Who are you going to ask to better yourself? Nobody, because you think you're perfect and you think you got it all together. But you're horrible.
That raise your vibration. When you love yourself, you surround yourself.
All this bull, raise your vibration, and if you love yourself and all, this ain't a spiritual moment. Stop.
With content that lifts
I'm
you
all for spirituality, but this ain't it. Stop.
higher, that gets you deeper, that gives you a greater depth. Not somebody who attempts to try to tear you down and he's like, oh, please don't make me say it.
Yeah,
Look.
the truth. Don't make me say the truth that I've already been saying to you politely. Now I'm going to have to say it to you a little aggressively now because you're not taking the polite route. So yeah, don't let him say the truth unpolitely.
If there's a bunch of 20-year-olds hanging around on this man, they're hanging around because they feel like there's some things that they can get from his old ass and shake him down and make his pockets look like rabbit ears. And he'd be like, which way did you go? Which way did they go? It's like,
Hey, whatever you want to call it, but he's got them. That's what happens when you got money and you got the clout. They come for you. They want you. They want what you got. But guess what? You ain't got to give it to them unless you want to. Yeah, he got him. You mad? You mad?
hey, come on, let's continue going forward. This girl is putting herself up for what reason?
Man, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
Okay, but you're not accepting the fact that, okay, average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son, average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't even know that because you didn't watch the video from the beginning. That's why you're looking like that, like, oh dang, she has a sketchy baby daddy and a 13-year-old? Yeah, you looking like that because you didn't watch this whole video from start to finish.
Now you're asking for a man who's in the top.
And you know that sounds bad. That's why she's looking like that because she know everything he just ran down is a bad situation. It's an undesirable situation. And she knows that. That's why she's looking like that. This is too funny.
10% of men. You don't qualify for one.
Wait, hold on. No, the hell you didn't. Sorry, no, the hell you didn't.
Look, she even know it's funny because she knows it's true.
No, the hell you didn't. He said, you don't qualify for one. he just, you know what? He's being disingenuous because
No,
okay,
he's
if he
not.
has
He's being very genuine. What the fuck is it?
this quote unquote alpha male strategies page, he knows that the vast majority of men who are coming to him are men who have a hard time getting and keeping women. You know, so it's like it's not.
What? Okay, if that's what you think.
So he's like, you're average, right? You're average. You don't qualify.
That's
But
true.
there are so many men out there that just want a nice woman to just be with him and love him.
Okay, that would be an average man. You're correct. An average man does want an average woman to be with. A nice little average woman. You are so right, ma'am. You are so right. But guess what? He's not talking about an average man. Because remember, she don't want no average man. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't watch this video from the beginning, of course. But she's already stated she don't want an average man. So we're not talking about average men here, sweetheart. We're talking about high value men. High value men are not sitting there saying, "Oh, I just want a regular woman who's nice and da 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 da." No, they're not saying that because they have options and they have the pick of the litter. You know what that means? Pick of the litter. That means you can get anything you want. So why would they settle for an average woman when they could get a baddie who has good personality too? Why? Why would he settle for just an average nice girl when he could get a fine nice girl? A supermodel looking nice girl if he chooses to, because he can choose whatever he wants because he has that option. Average men are content with average women, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just like this average woman here should be content with an average man, but no, she wants a high value man. So what you're speaking on is invalid to this situation because you're saying, oh yeah, a guy who just wants a nice woman, yeah, an average man, but we're not talking about that because that's not what she wants. She wants a high value man, ma'am. So you're not paying attention, you're just talking.
For who it is that he is. So it's like making money, being financially abundant and being ambitious is a part of who he is. These types of qualities make society better as a whole. If there were more black men who had this mindset, instead of coming to people like him, I'm sorry I keep stopping this. I saw a divorce court, we're home during the pandemic, 2 days ago in the divorce court, they had this, you know what, I took a picture of it, I'm gonna show it to you all. They had this guy who was on there getting divorced, right? They had a guy on there who was getting divorced, and he was like, "Oh, I went onto YouTube to read these alpha male strategies to, figure out how to deal with his wife." And then, as you see, they were on divorce court, right? So this is the stuff that's okay. Let's try to get this in focus. So this is his alpha male tactics list that he had on divorce court. Don't beg for sex. Don't tolerate disrespect. Always be the bad boy. Make her beg for you. Talk down to her at all times. Make sure they give you money.
Don't beg for sex. Correct. Don't tolerate disrespect. That should be number one. Actually, don't tolerate disrespect should be number one. Don't beg for sex should be number two. Always be the bad boy because girls love the bad guy. It's already documented. We can go to plenty of videos right now of women admitting, "Oh, I just love the bad guy. I know the good guy is good for me, but the bad guy is just more attractive and more fun." So we already know that that's a fact. Make her beg for you. Yeah, why wouldn't you as a man? You got to make her beg for you. You got to make her work for it. Talk down to her at all times. I wouldn't say talk down to her at all times, but definitely crush her ego when needed. Because when her ego is inflated, you got to bring her back down to reality. And the only way to do that is to, I wouldn't say I don't like the way he framed it, talk down, but you definitely got to crush her ego. Make sure they give you, I'm guessing, money? I mean, if that's the type of time you own, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I'm not saying like that's the main reason you need to be trying to pursue her. But yeah, I mean, if she wants to give you some money and you want to get some money from her, hey, that's your choice. Don't give compliments. This also goes back into the ego thing. The more compliments you give them, the higher inflated their ego is. You want to keep them very close to reality. You don't want to inflate their ego and their delusion. So that's why the compliments need to be at a minimum. I wouldn't say don't give them at all, but keep them at a minimum. Keep her humble. Don't give validation. That plays right back into the ego. Don't give her too much validation. It should be keep compliments and validation to a minimum. Hell, you could even say, yeah, don't give them validation. You could say that. And don't be a beta. For sure. I'm with all of this.
Don't give compliments. Oh, my screen is going off. Give me 1 second. Don't give compliments. Let's get it back in focus. All right. Don't give validation. Don't be a beta no matter what. Right? And so he tried these tactics on his wife, and his wife is divorcing him. And he had a pretty wife too, with a slim waist and a big old booty.
Didn't you just say that he was already in the process of getting a divorce and then he went to alpha male strategies to better figure out how he should handle the situation? So I don't know if that's what you said. Sounded like that's what you said. So why are you trying to make it seem like he was in a good relationship and then he just went to alpha male strategies, read those 8 things, and then all of a sudden it ruined his marriage? What? And if that was true, that means he was a simp being controlled by an alpha dominating masculine woman. And then he finally became red-pilled and realized, hold on, I don't have to pander. I don't have to inflate her ego. I don't have to do this, and this. And then he actually started becoming more of a man. And then the woman said, whoa. I don't like this. I like you being a simp. I like you letting me walk all over you, letting me control you. And then that's why she got the divorce, because she could no longer control this man. If that's what you're saying is the situation, then yeah, that's probably what happened. He was in a relationship where he was being manipulated or finessed or just controlled or just letting her have the pants, one of those situations, letting her wear the pants, either or. He was on some beta. And then he finally became red-pilled. Came back to reality, told his wife basically, I ain't with that simp-ish no more, and she left him because she couldn't have that power over him no more. So if that's what you're saying, yeah, that's probably what happened. But from what it sounds like, it's like he was already in the midst of getting a divorce from a modern woman, and he went to alpha male strategies to get strategies on how to handle the situation. But either way, he was a simp.
And now she took that big old booty and walked right away from him because he was over here playing these damn games. And this man is doing a disservice. He is attempting to beat down and squash the self-esteem of young ladies because it behooves people like him. And
No. Self-esteem and ego are 2 different things. You want to crush that ego because that ego is overly inflated and is causing delusion. Self-esteem, he's not crushing nobody's self-esteem. You don't want to do that. You want to crush that ego.
others to be able to have access to your womb, your body, your vagina. Listen, I told a story earlier today on my page. We'll jump into that. Remind me of the story. We'll jump into it. But let's keep going. This man said you don't qualify. Look at her face. The thing is that she's standing up here. She's like, yeah, my body's not average, and she's over there trying to put herself up on the auction block. Here we have one negress stands 5'5" tall. She's a size 3, and she rates her age a 5, and with makeup she got it up to a 6. Come on now.
Yeah, that's how the dating market. Look at this face. Oh my gosh. She's just so much attitude, so much masculine energy. Look at this woman. Who's dating this woman? Who would actually put up with this? But yeah, man, that's how the dating market works. That's how real life works. That's how men and women judge each other. Okay? It's like an auction. Every time you walk outside, yes, somebody's gonna say, "Oh, look at his jeans, look at his pants, look at her makeup, look at her weave, Somebody's gonna judge you by your appearance and your image." This is an image consultant that she called. She called an image consultant, and he's giving her a rating on her image. Matter of fact, she rated her own image, and he agreed.
Well, we got this man. Oh, God, let's go forward.
And you're making. I don't want to have to go there, but when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to fully submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, man. You can feel like what you want to, but when you die alone.
No, the hell he didn't. She is not going to die alone.
If she keeps up that attitude and the way she's thinking, she's definitely gonna die alone. Because the men that you actually qualify for and that are actually on your level, you don't want them. You don't want the average guy that that's working and doing this thing. You want above average. You want a top 10%. So you putting your standards too high. So if you think that you're not going to die alone with that attitude, you're crazy.
What is wrong with this man? Girlfriend, listen. If you're watching my video, if you're watching this program, young lady, just branch out. 6 figures is not hard to find out there, especially when we start talking about some of these men who are doing computer stuff.
Ain't hard to find. First of all, 10% of men make 10% of men make 6 figures or more. What you mean? You're not gonna just walk outside and just run into a 6-figure man, and then on top of it thinking that he's gonna want you. You can want what you want all you want. But does he want what you got? What you got to offer? Oh, honey, you can find you a 6-figure man. No, you can't. And even if you did, what makes you think that he wants what you got to offer? That's his whole point. See, her delusion is just ridiculous. Don't ever take advice from a woman like this that's talking like this. She don't know nothing about what she's talking about. She's delusional. She's not even speaking reality.
Socially awkward, cute young thing like you come up to them with your little slim waist and your little, hope you got a little booty back there or something. Even if you don't, put on your little high heels and your skinny jeans, go to some of these conferences, girl. Go bring your notebook and your phone with the contacts area ready to take in the numbers. Girl, stop. That's why you're listening to this man. Just
She damn sure shouldn't be listening to you. You think that that's all men care about is you putting your little high heels on and da 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 da? Yeah, you could look appealing, but the moment this woman starts talking, the man gonna instantly know because a high value man is gonna ask the same questions Kevin is asking her. And the moment he starts hearing all of these negatives, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You giving horrible advice. You telling her, honey, go throw your heels on and your weave and your makeup and you go get out here and you go to somewhere where these high value men are and you just post up and they're gonna flock to you. Like, do you hear how crazy this sounds?
just branch out. Listen, God, listen. I have been all around the world, dear.
And if it was that easy, where's your high value man? If it's just that easy, the way you talking.
Branch out. Just date different people. Go to different places. Go to different restaurants. Go to different scenes. Get different friends.
It don't matter. It don't matter where you go, who you talk to, what high value man you run into. Excuse me. As long as you still got this mind state, it's a wrap. The moment she starts rattling off her history and rattling off her ideology and her feminist ways, ain't no high value man gonna want that, even if she's in a room full of them.
Go to some professional mixers, and there are men out there who are toxic like him. But why are you giving him your time? See, this is a vicious cycle. Oh my gracious, let's keep going forward.
She just wants you to go to somebody who's gonna pander to you and tell you lies. Talk to me nice. That's what she wants. She don't want somebody. She's like, no, don't go to a guy that's gonna be real and truthful with you and make you change the way you are. Just go to somebody who's gonna lie to you. Why do you guys keep going to this guy telling the truth?
Forward, let's keep going. We only have 2 minutes and 45 seconds left of this mess. Let's get this over with. So this woman's gonna die alone. Sis, no, you will not. He wants you to think that you are, but let me get my notes together.
Because you think you're better than me.
If she keeps that mind state, she's gonna die alone. Period, point blank. And that's the reality that y'all need to come to, and somebody has to say it. Because if somebody doesn't point that out to you, it's gonna happen.
Qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, man, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more. Because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities.
This guy is toxic.
I'm
glad she's texting up.
That's toxic. I think that's just a truthful statement. I think that her ego is inflated, and I think that if she had an average job, her ego wouldn't be where it's at. That's not a toxic statement. Stop trying to paint your own definition of toxic and create your own definitions of toxic. There's nothing toxic about that.
Other people.
Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you want. We don't care about your money. It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average.
To who? She's a...
To her. She said it herself. To who? To herself. And to the people who look at her.
Drop dead gorgeous to somebody. It may not be you, but why try to...
You didn't say she was drop dead gorgeous. She didn't say she's drop dead gorgeous to me. You didn't say that because you know she died.
If your life shows you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you.
My heart breaks for her.
See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself.
What's she saying?
See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like yourself. See, what knocking on your door trying to find you.
My heart breaks for her.
My heart breaks for her.
See, what we've done in this country, this world, is we've told women like
the truth is heartbreaking sometimes.
Like yourself, that you can have it all, and you got a Prince Charming who's 6 foot, 6 feet tall, 6-figure income, jawline, all this other kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. No. Most people get average people, especially average people. You're an average person.
How dare he?
Let's be real. You're not running Microsoft.
How dare he tell the truth? How dare he say average people get average people? How dare he just say the truth like that and just say what we all see outside every day?
Because you got a pet grooming business.
Oh my gosh, now he's insulting her business? Jeez Louise, my heart breaks for this young lady. But you know what? Listen, this is what you want, right?
I don't understand why people create their own definitions of insulting and disrespect and all of that. It's not disrespectful or insulting to tell somebody that they're not a Fortune 500 CEO or something. Because her whole ego is on the level of a Fortune 500 CEO, but all she does is own a pet grooming service. He's bringing her back to reality, man.
You're coming to this toxic man for his advice. It's like, if you go get a toothpaste tube and you squeeze it, what's going to come out? Toothpaste. You go get a toxic man and squeeze him, what's going to bust out his mouth? Toxicity. Girl, travel. Go out there.
What? That was a stupid analogy.
Yeah, but broaden your horizon. Start dating men of different races. Start dating different types of men.
Oh, so you want her to divest? You're giving her divesting advice. Just date outside of your race, girl. Like, leave these black men alone. Like, she just gave her advice to divest. That's crazy.
In different circles, girl. Make yourself look fast. With your pet grooming business money, go buy yourself some what do you call them things? Some body conscious dresses with the high heels, girl.
It's so sad. This is the advice that she's giving this woman, and this is the problem. You got women giving other women poor advice. You think that that's going to help this woman? What Kevin is telling this woman is going to help this woman. The harsh truth. What you're telling her is just go throw something on, girl. Just show your body. That's what's gonna get you a high value man. Just look good. This is sick, man.
Girl, keep on walking and moving. You stand here listening to this man and his mess. Let's keep on forward.
Right, don't listen to this man. Don't listen to men. Don't listen to men about what men want. It ain't about what they want. It's about what you want, girl. You want a high value man, so that's what you want, so that's what you gonna get. It don't matter what a high value man want. Forget that. It's what you want.
Are they just quiet?
For the last 3 years. Okay. But if I'm looking at you, if I looked at you and I took all that off of you, all the eyelashes and all the hair, what do you look like out there?
I mean, I look the same.
No, you don't.
It's a valid question. And no, she doesn't.
Because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
This man is a mess.
No, you
Yo,
don't.
she even knows that shit is real and funny because it's the truth. You wouldn't even be laughing if you really felt like what he was saying was just so hurtful. Excuse me. She would not be laughing if she felt like what he was truly saying was venomous.
Heard him.
You don't look the same because if you did, you wouldn't have all that on.
Look at her. She look crushed. Look her face. Let me pause this.
So,
Look her face. You can see the pieces of her breaking on the inside. They showed a clip from like The Simpsons back in the days, the moment that you could see Lisa Simpson's heart breaking. And with this young lady, you could see she's crumbling on the inside, listening to this mess because she is looking for permission.
Yeah, it hurts to be broken down and your ego be broken. It really sucks. Your ego don't like that. Your ego don't like to get beat up.
From males like him to talk about what it is that she is worth, who it is.
And this is coming from a woman who has her real hair, even though it's plastered to her skull. And she's got her real eyelashes. Those aren't lashes from what I'm seeing. I don't see heavy makeup. So at least you're trying to give the natural look. So you know what he's saying to her is correct.
That she is, it's like, we often talk about these males who date interracially, but then when 4th of July and Christmas and all these holidays come around and they miss that loving and that warmth of a black family gathering, and then you see them start reaching out. It's like it's more than just about what
Hold on. So you're saying that an interracial date or marriage is lacking a family, a black family? Like, hold on. If you're black and you date a white woman or a Hispanic woman, you still have a family. You still got a mama, a daddy, an auntie, uncles, and guess what? They're all black. So what are you talking about? It lacks the black family. You still got your family, even no matter who you date. You act like people who have Thanksgiving and Christmas only go to their significant other's place and only kick it with their family. That's false. What is she talking about?
person looks like on the outside. How compatible you are with another person. How much do you feel like waking up next to a person, coming home to that person? And just because a person is cute on the outside doesn't mean that person is a good fit for you. And he is attempting to convince this young lady.
You just told her to just go get cute. And you said, go get cute, girl, and go post up where the high value men be. But now you saying it's more than that. Like, make up your mind, shorty.
That she is average and not that special because he doesn't find her attractive. There are many men.
No, No, that's not what he said at all. You're creating your own narrative, and she called herself average.
Out there that will find this woman to be beautiful.
Yes,
Yep.
there are. And guess what? They're average probably. There is probably a lot of average men that will find this girl beautiful. And there's let me think. No, there's no, I mean, a high value man might find her attractive, but I mean, let's be honest, she's average. She's average. So why would a high value man choose an average woman when he can have the pick of the litter? I just keep going back to that. It's because it's so logical. Everything that you're saying is correct, man. Yeah, there is a man out here that would want her and find her beautiful, and guess what? It's probably an average man. But she don't want an average man, and that's what you failing to realize. Kevin's not telling her no man would ever want her. He's giving her the reality that these high-value men that she's seeking will not find her attractive because they already got the pick of the litter of the top women. I can't believe you missing the point. Like, Kevin is saying the same thing that you're saying, but you don't even see it. Kevin is telling her there is a man out here that would want you and find you beautiful, and he's probably average, but you over here saying that your ego is so big that you don't want an average man, and that's why you're going to die alone. Because the men that you want, and the men that you qualify for, you don't want them. I can't believe this. This is so simple concept.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen women all over the world in all different types of relationships with all different types of men who find them gorgeous. It's like it's really about finding the man who's right for you.
But that ain't the point. The point is, do you see high-value men with average women? On average. Do you see high-value men? I swear, I could pull up hundreds of high-value men, and we could look at what their girl look like, and their girl is bad. Their girl is top tier. And if we do pull up a high-value man, like Kevin said, you said, whose woman is average, is probably because he been with her since high school or something. Like, for instance, LeBron James and his wife. Savannah is not a supermodel. Savannah is not the baddest woman LeBron James could get. But LeBron James is with her because he's been with her since day one. There are high-value men out there who have regular average women, but chances are that's because he stayed with her. And she was a good woman, and held him down through it all.
The man who thinks that your looks are above average. If you're hearing, it's really about what it is that you're taking out to market. Look, when I had TKO Skin, everybody didn't see the value in my product. I priced my product it wasn't even in a competitive way. I priced my product upscale. I had upscale pricing for my product, and everybody didn't see the value in it. And I didn't jump around behind people talking about, please buy this, please. I didn't advertise for TKO Skin. Word of mouth. You know,
Talking about it. If you have a business, you should advertise your product. So this is what I'm talking about. She don't even know nothing. Like, she don't even know what she's talking about.
connected. Talk to some of your friends. You said you've been making 6 figures for 3 years. Talk to some of these married women around you. Go out to brunches with them and their husbands.
She's starting to be annoying. I'm gonna probably cut this off. Hold on, let me see if she talks about this video anymore.
Be like, oh, let me just listen. Catch me on Foxhole tonight. I'm gonna finish up this thing. And where are we? What is going on?
Catch me on Foxhole where they hate. Ain't that's catch me on Cocktail Queens. She's a cocktail queen. Oh, I hate her.
What is happening right now? I need to hurry the hell on up because my show is coming up in half an hour. Then listen, catch me on Foxhole tonight. I'm gonna finish up this thing and give my commentary and jump the hell out of here.
Yeah, I'm done. You can't, like, in the famous words of the late great Kevin Samuels, you just can't make this shit up, man. I'm gonna end it on that note.